Hey, and welcome to our kitchen. I'm about to get our supper started, and tonight we're having something that I thought you might like to join me with. Jambalaya. It's one of Joel's favorite things. So I have quite a few things that I need to get chopped up. A couple ribs of celery, a bell pepper, some onion, and I'll be back to show you how we put it all together. Stick around. Okay, so this is going to be Jambalaya Casserole. So instead of having a big pot of jambalaya, which is what I normally make, I'm going to show you how to do it in casserole form and just cut down on some of the stirring at the pot and all of that business. You can just put it all together in a casserole, stick it in the oven, and carry on with your kids' homework and washing clothes and whatever you've got to do in the evening. So I didn't think you would want to watch me chop up all the veggies, but I've got a stick of butter that I'm going in my skillet with. And I'm going to get all of these veggies sauteing on the stove in this stick of butter. That seems like a lot of butter to saute these few veggies with. This is a lot of butter, but it's not just for sauteing these veggies. This is going to be butter that's in this whole dish. We're going to mix it all together once I get things going, okay? I'm going to get this cooking while I chop up the rest of my things. And I'm going to squeeze in some garlic. Can dice up some, but again, my trusty old squeeze, I just give it a big squeeze. That is out. I have to get me some more. I usually keep some. That should be good though. Okay, while our veggies are cooking, I'm gonna get all the meats ready. In my jambalaya, I like chicken and sausage. And I choose an andouille sausage. For this, you can put whatever. Cajun sausage is good in it. Andouille's got a little bit different flavor that really lends to a jambalaya or a gumbo. So that's my go-to. And then, shortcut, grabbed a rotisserie chicken while I was in Walmart, so I'm gonna debone that and add that. You can put shrimp if you like, or any variation. You can leave off the sausage and just do chicken and shrimp, or just shrimp. That's the beautiful thing about a jambalaya. You can make it whichever way your family likes it. I forgot to tell you, I like to add 2 bay leaves to those vegetables while they're cooking. So as it's cooking, it's getting the flavors in, all those bell peppers and onions, and then I take it out. Okay, so we're just gonna put a couple bay leaves for flavor. And alrighty, we have got all our vegetables tender, and guys, I have cooked them until they are really soft. If you like them crunchy, just don't cook them as much. I'm gonna pull out those bay leaves and transfer everything to my dish. Now it looks super buttery. I'm gonna build my flavors here. Can of Rotel, 1 can. 3 cups of water. If I had chicken broth, that would be what I would use, but I don't. So I have put 3 cups of water in here, and I'm gonna drop in 3 chicken bouillon cubes. Stick it in my microwave, just get that water hot so that these will dissolve. Okay, I have a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Do you see me looking? Making sure that's not soy sauce. Tablespoon of Worcestershire. I got some hot sauce. This is Texas Pete, whatever you got. I'm gonna put a dash. We'll call that a teaspoon, okay? I have a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of black pepper. Let me tell you, spices are important. I've got some red pepper, crushed red pepper flakes. I'm not gonna do a ton because I did put that Rotel, but I like a little heat on my jambalaya, so that's probably half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. 1 teaspoon of oregano, or just under, and a teaspoon of thyme. That's all of our flavors, and this chicken bouillon adds a lot too. Make sure you got it melted. Once it gets a little warm, you can crush them pretty easy. See? I got chicken broth, and I didn't even boil a chicken. I love a good shortcut. All right, 3 cups. All right, we're getting all our liquids. We're going somewhere now. Now I need 1.5 cups of rice. Let me show you what kind I like. I buy this Zatarain's. I think it's the best. There are some things that I'm all about, the off-brand, generic brand, whatever. Anything I can save a little money on. But there are some things that I would rather spend a little extra for the way it tastes. To me, Zatarain's is the best rice. It really doesn't get clumpy. It stays separate. It just cooks way, way better, in my opinion. All right, so I want 1.5 cups of rice. Again, we're doing Jambalaya Casserole. So you know what I'm about to do. Put it over my casserole dish. Let me make some room. Have a 13 by 9 casserole dish that I'm gonna spray good. Maybe a little olive oil on the counter too. And got all that mixed together, and I'm gonna pour it into my dish carefully. Add the meat now, and I'm gonna put all of this andouille sausage in there. And you'll notice I cut them in circles and then I halved them because I like sausage in every bite. It also makes it harder for Joel to pick the sausage out. I told on him he loves sausage. No, I just give him a hard time. He can have all the sausage he wants. So, now I'm mixing in my sausage, and I deboned this whole chicken, this whole rotisserie chicken. Probably not gonna use all of it. I'm just scattering some in there, and I'll use the rest. I can put it on a wrap for lunch one day. Makes a good little wrap. I don't wanna fill this too much because it will overflow. Again, I'm stirring all the meat in. And the reason I did it this way, I could have put all the meat in my dish, but I wouldn't have had a good visual of how full this pot was gonna be. And again, I'd rather put all my sausage and just a little bit of chicken. So that's why I add my chicken last, so I can, you know, maybe not overfill my pan too much. I've got my oven preheated to 375. I'm gonna cover this up and cook it about 45 minutes or until my rice is done. See, Jambalaya Casserole, easy. Mix it all together, put it in a pot, and go do something else. Y'all, this looks so good. Wanted you to see it. So I cooked it covered for about 45 minutes, and then it still had a good bit of, not a lot, but it still had some liquid in it, so I uncovered it and did it for 10 more minutes, and it is perfect. Jambalaya Casserole style. Okay, we have our jambalaya ready. I really hope y'all cook this. It is, I hadn't tasted it yet. Hey, hand me a fork. I want to taste this before I tell them how good it is. We are about to sit down and eat. Do you sit down with your family and eat? I know life is so busy, scattered to and fro, mom and dad work, and everybody getting home at weird times. I know that's the way it is for us. But we really try to make it a point to sit down, and we're about to do that. Yep. We sit down now. Joel, well, he's kind of got a weird situation. He's not weird. I think he thought I was saying Joel is weird.
That's what you said.
He works 24/7, or basically he's on call 24/7. So there's a lot of times when we plan for a meal gets interrupted when the pager goes off, but that's just part of it. But we do try to sit down, phones off, right, and just talk. And so do that with your children. Let that be. If you don't already do it, start it now. If you have younger kids where they're so in their phone and everybody's scattered and games, even if you can just carve out 1 day, 2 days, right, where you just sit down, and the rule is the phones are away in the other room, and unless it's fire department, then you have to be the judge of it. Now, Joel has some great guys. Is it okay if I brag on them?
Yeah.
He's got a great fire department where if he sees that everything's being taken care of and enough people responding, if we're sitting down to eat or in the middle of a meal, he just won't go. He'll just let them handle it so that we can have family time, because it's very, very important. So, jambalaya.
That's great.
And with this quick and in a hurry potato salad on the side. Can you see? It looks good. It's kind of warm. I may not be able to get a bite.
Looks hot.
Joel's like, don't give it to me just yet. Hot.
Good? Hot, yeah.
It's really, really good. I've cooked jambalaya a bunch of times. It's the first time I've ever done it casserole style, and I wanted to just show you an option where it's easy. You dump everything in one pot. People seem to like that. Put it in the oven and go do other stuff. So it's really, really tasty, and I think you'll like it.
Looks good. I can't wait to taste it.
Okay, y'all have a good evening with your family, and we will see you next time.